everybody. So we are here today. Scoot my chair up here. Make sure you guys are in frame. We are here today for day 11 of Junk Journal July 2023. Excuse me, goodness. Day 11 is paper samples. So Junk Journal July is hosted by @Meg Journals. Be sure and check her out. And let's just jump into paper samples. So my thought process on paper samples, I have a stack, I have a bigger stack, but I have a stack of wallpaper samples. They're wallpaper samples. They're in the color, the green color. That's just what we have here. And so I thought, I like this one the most, but I thought I would start with making some cards because, again, journal cards are my go-to, with wallpaper samples and my big book of stickers in the realm of use it while you have it, use it up, use what you got, all that good stuff. So there you go. I have a stack of these craft paper cards, and I don't know where to start though. I don't know if I need to cut down. I'm thinking just thinking here. How's best to tackle this? Because these are a decent size for journal cards, but are they good size for tags and things of that nature? So, my foot's bothering me where it's at on this. So, let's just go about it this way. We have this big piece of paper, and well, can't see that, but that's okay. Wonder how many cards we can get across here. Looks like 30. Okay. So I'm just gonna willy-nilly this a little bit. I'm using, since the wallpaper texture is a little different than regular paper, it's softer, almost like a fabric. I'm using my good old Well Bond. That way I know it'll stick. Use my handy dandy little makeup applicator. Just spread the glue everywhere. You know, it's funny, sometimes I feel like I got too much glue, and then there's times I feel like I don't have enough, and I end up having way too much. So, let's move some things out the way here. Again, I'm just kind of willy-nilly in it. By no means am I any sort of a professional. haven't had a chance to watch everybody else's day 11. Paper samples. I'm always so curious to see what other people, how they interpret these prompts and what they do with them. That's why I like doing that's one of the reasons why I like doing the challenges. It's because you go into a prompt with one way of thinking, and somebody does something totally different, and it opens your eyes to a different way of thinking about the prompt, a different way of incorporating it, or I think that's rather cool. So I want my give these a good smoosh down. And let's just start by trimming this down to our workable size. We may trim down further, but this gets us started at least. Not that I can cut straight, but you know. I wonder if there's a trick to cutting straight. I wonder if it's a skill you can learn. Like, is it a way you hold your hand or a way you hold the scissors? I mean, I know it's the way you hold the scissors, because if you don't hold them straight, then you're not cutting straight. But, or if it's a concentration skill, or what exactly is it, I wonder? Any thoughts on that? Okay, so we have these 3 big-ish cards. So I'm okay to do big because some of these stickers in here are big. So I thought we would kind of flip through. I have a stack of, excuse me, painty papers that I grabbed. They're just out of my painted paper box. And I have an envelope with a vintage letter, 1957 letter that we can play with. I'm kind of looking for like really big images, although those, some of these are really pretty. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like that. Ouch. Let's see here. I have a bunch of stuff on my desk, but I don't have a lot of scraps. So whatever we decide to do is whatever we decide to do. Oh, I just tore that sticker. I think we'll do that. I'm going to attempt to do glue stick with this newspaper on the wallpaper. See where that gets us. Feels like it's going down pretty good. Now we'll just have to see if it stays. And I will glue these stickers because at least the edges of them, because they like to pop up. I'm going really simple with this, keeping it simple. Just kind of, I guess I'm kind of tackling this challenge like I tackled the Mass Make March challenge, where I just make an ephemera, build a mustache. And I kind of feel like I want to turn these down some. And they will be definitely weird size because I did not cut that even. But that may be okay too. I've got a good little pile going of things I need to sew. And I'll spend one afternoon just sewing. Maybe by the end of this challenge, I can show you what all I ended up with in its final throes of sewn and embellished and all that. Let's plan for that. There's a big moth. I feel like my table just shrunk. I don't have room for anything. Okay, let's do this. I'm gluing off camera here. Oh, it's sliding all around. Let's see here. Which way do we want you to go? I didn't get my little bits and bobs out. Maybe when I sit down to sew all these, I'll double check, make sure they don't need anything else added. But my thought process is to make them kind of simple. And if I make them simple and then when it comes down to time to use them in a journal, I can add to them. Okay, so that's done with that. I feel like I'm all over the place today. I also have these cards too. Let's see here. What else do we want to work with? We have this paper sample. It's kind of cloudy green. Let's see. Let's see what we got to work with in here. If there's any, I'm wondering if maybe there's some like Victorian. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm wondering if there's some Victorian. I want to work with that. So that threw me off. Victorian ladies. Use your words, Shell. Wondering if there's some Victorian ladies that would go with this background is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say here. This wallpaper sample has got some texture going on with it. I have abandoned the ship of any sort of perfectionism. And we're just kind of throwing things together. At this moment. I'm not using my glue book. You should fuss at me. Things are sticking to me. Okay. Let's see here, what else do we have? Back to this thought process. There's a plantation, like an old plantation home. A big mansion home. She's a possibility. She's dancing. Maybe we'll use this big flower. I wonder if this is a wallpaper sample. I wonder, oh, it does tear. Nice. I was not aware of that. I guess it depends on which wallpaper. Well, that's interesting. There was a little sticker back here, and I guess it had something, but anyways. So playing with wallpaper samples is my idea of using paper samples. And these wallpaper samples were just in my stash. I'm sure you can probably get some from your local, do you have a local wallpaper store? I don't know. I don't use wallpaper, so I don't really know. I don't know where these came from in my stash, likely from some Happy Mail. I don't ever recall going and curating them on my own, I guess is what I'm saying. But they're fun to work with. We might could go online and curate them from a online wallpaper store. They might send you some samples. That might be a good idea. Might be something fun to play with. So instead of journal cards, appears I'm making tags tonight. And that's okay. Okay, back to the drawing board. Back to these beauties. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. This is a big weird image to work with. I don't want to do this other. Let's do him on this. Let's see if this tears. Yeah, it tears too. I mean, I guess, I don't know why I'm so shocked about that. It is paper, right? You guys are probably laughing at me. Like, crazy lady, it's wallpaper. Of course it's gonna tear. Of course it's a tear. Why would it not? It's paper. This sticker book's full of a bunch of odd images. I think. Images that I think, what is going on here, and when would I ever use this? Such as this. Well, that's totally not straight, shell. It's not even close to being straight. Think how crooked that is. Let me just line it up. You see how crooked that is? Oig. I'm gonna pull out my perfectionism. Let me straighten it up. I'll leave that like it is. Okay, what else do we have here? Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's really pretty. I like that. We'll make just one or two more and we'll call it a night. Just kind of wanted to throw the idea of wallpaper samples to you guys. If maybe you've not thought of that, or you have wallpaper samples and you don't know what to do with them, you can easily collage with them. It kind of blends in with that, but I think I kind of like it. We'll make a kind of weird shape. For this one. That can be used as a pocket or a journal card. Let's do let's do this. Just to give it a little different feel. Again, I kind of feel like I'm all over the place tonight. But I'm right here. Just cutting and gluing and making a mess. I'm going to leave these torn. Make some simple little cards. And again, I'll keep them simple. And then when time comes, you know, if I'm doing a sunflower journal and it has some blue in it, then I can add a little bit of blue to this card and, you know, tie it in basically. So, there you have it. Quick little rundown of working with paper samples, or in my case, wallpaper samples, for Junk Journal July 2023. Let's get all of our wallpaper samples back here. Day 11, wallpaper sample, or paper samples. And here's what we did real quick. Actually, let's do this. We got these two cards here. This little, could be a card or a tuck. I could easily turn it into a side pocket. This weird little card. This tag with the flowers. This tag with the peacock. These two little seahorse cards. And then these two little butterfly tags. So not too bad. Playing around with paper samples. Thanks for joining me. I'm kind of worn out. I think I'm just going to go to bed. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Junk Journal July 2023. Hosted by @MegJournals. #JunkJournalJuly. Be sure to check her out along with the handful of people that are doing this challenge. Be sure you like, subscribe, follow along. Not just me, but the others you see in the YouTube land that you like. I don't know about them. I won't speak for them, but I'll speak for myself and say I really enjoy spending time at my art space, and I really enjoy talking to you guys, and it's kind of like I'm talking to myself, but I kind of know you're out there listening somewhere. So for that, thank you for enjoying or listening through my chaotic mess. I'm just rambling. So anyways, bye for now. We will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is gratitude. I have a little story to go with that one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it for a prompt for junk journaling, but I do have a story. So anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll tackle gratitude and go from there. Bye for now.